Hey, what's up? Week 2 of the making of a Majykbox album with yours truly, Dillio, also known as Dillio T2K. I really just go by Dillio. The name's not spelled Dilliot. I'm quite sure people will find a way to spell it that way anyway. And disclosure, any beat request remakes, beat remake requests, they will not be paid attention to here. I don't understand why people insist on posting requests for remakes when I'm talking about my album. Maybe I should just stop making remakes and just talk about my album and let the people who only care about me remaking other stuff and not my music, let them just go. I don't know. But I'm here and I'm happy to share the progress. It was a tricky process, I should say, with making or finishing the song. I sat down and wrote the lyrics to I Can Do It All For You. And that took a little while. I just basically had the track running, and I sat here and I typed it down. And one of the things I like to do is to use Google Documents and just kind of type my song lyrics on there so I can access them on a cell phone and all of that stuff. And it was really funny. Once I got it all printed out, I tried to print it out on my printer. The printer failed. Went to the second printer. Well, the first printer just wouldn't print out. So I used my second printer, printed the lyrics out, got them in a booth. And I realized that the studio is a mess. Like, everything behind the camera is just a mess right now, which I'm probably going to clean up afterwards. And it's funny because if you don't record consistently, especially in a studio like this, there's a lot of preparation that goes into making music before you even get started on recording. Making sure that the headphones are working, the microphone's working. Make sure the synthesizer's hooked up. Make sure that the top box is hooked up. Actually, I'm going to cut to a clip of me talking about the recording booth and the Majykbox. So let's cut to that real quick. So this is the inside of, I guess, what I can affectionately call the Majykbox, which is a custom-built recording booth with sound insulation. It's super dead in here. You can snap your fingers or clap your hands, and it'll be soaked up acoustically. I took a little can light there and kind of wedged it against the top panel there to give me light for my lyrics. I had a bunch of Christmas lights in here. Slide it up. It gives you that nice dim light, but if you don't know the song by heart, it's impossible to see the lyrics clearly. And I got my song lyrics right there. My iPad is here as a controller for the DAW. Before I got Studio One, I would have to run back and forth from the booth to the mixing board or to the computer and run back and forth and hit record. But the cool thing is that I can just stay in here and record and make takes, go on different tracks, make takes, do it again until I get it right. And then Moke's up, fatty. You can't go wrong with this. Finally got the synthesizer I wanted. And, I definitely don't take it for granted that I have it. And I'm using that to do the synthesizer stuff. And I guess, again, the funny story is that all this stuff has to be set up. There's a top box right there. And my busted up headphones, y'all. HD 280s. If you thinking about buying some HD 280s, if you had them forever and used them forever, this is how they end up. So I definitely got to make an investment on some new headphones. But yeah, this is where the world stops. Top box tube. So yeah, this is the recording booth, and just kind of give you a wide shot of it all together. This is where I do my thing. I used to try to have people record here, and I got tired of people canceling and not showing up. And you could say, well, I'll take a deposit. Yeah, I just don't like wasting time. A lot of people really took the services I provided for granted. So maybe if my situation changed, I'll open the doors again, but they're closed because, like I said, people take this for granted, and stuff like that. I share all my skills and experience, and they, But that's why I still can record my own music. At least I won't take my own music and craft for granted. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so you see there's a lot of stuff to set up in that small room. It's a room that I built myself for recording. I actually built it to fit in a small apartment. And, like I said, making the album is hard. You're kind of wondering, what do you think about it? And as long as I like it, I think that's most important. But then you also want to know what other people think about it when it's finally done. And I guess the word I could say most is urgency. You know, a year from now, I don't really know what the situation will be. I really don't know if all of this will still be here. This place, me being in this place. This could very well be the last album that I produce here. Things are changing. People are jacking up their rents, right? So that's a lot of real life stuff going on. So, you know, there's a great urgency to get this album done as soon as possible. And I just can't wait for inspiration to come, even though I know that that's the best feeling, when inspiration hits you and you can just flow and vibe, you know. But then there's another part where if you really want to create music and you want to get it done, you got to go to work, you got to grind it out. You can't really go off of it feeling good. And you know, some people may disagree, but this is about how I do things and how I vibe. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit of inspiration to help you create the music. Other times you just got to grind it out, you know. And you know, juggling, doing music for different clients, and then clients making off the wall requests that they didn't talk about in the beginning, and now you got to kind of catch up and see if you really want to work with them in the future, if they clash with how you work, because I guess, you know, not everybody works the same way or comes together in the same fashion. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. But I think that's the cool thing about working on this album, is that I call all the shots, I make the final call. I think that's one of the cool things about being independent, is that you make the final call and you don't really have to answer to anyone. I can play any note on this track and I can mix it any way I want, and won't have someone in the studio say, I don't like it, you know. But there's definitely an urgency, and this song, Do It All For You, is that on that 90s R&B slow motion, slow-mo 808 kind of thing, using Maschine to do the track. Got Studio One, and definitely sat down and wrote some lyrics. I like them. And you know, I think the ultimate test is to listen to it in the car and see how you feel about it as you listen to it in the car, because that's probably where you're going to hear it the most, and probably where other people will hear it the most, I think, is in the car. So, you know, still got a lot of repairs to do, a lot of organization to do. Got to fix the sub's not working right, you know, but I'm still here. Like I said, it's just a lot of pressure in everyday life, and a lot of lack of time to do this like how I want, you know. I guess the cool thing about making this album is that at least for a few moments, a few hours a day, I can live my dream and be that artist and be that producer and be that creative person that I want to be, and kind of put life on hold and express myself creatively, which at this time right now is just very hard. You know, I know a lot of people are in situations where they ain't got to go do a day job, and they got to work and stuff like that. And you know, here I am still carving out my path. And right now, I mean, I'll just be honest with you, it's uncertain. Like I said, a year from now, I don't even know if all this will be here. You know, but until that comes, I guess I'll get to that bridge when I fight, or when I fight my way to that point. And yeah, but yeah, still pushing on, still making music. Going to get this album done. I got one song done. It's in a rough draft mode right now. I'm gonna listen to it for a while at my own pace, and then go from there. Continue to be creative and continue to enjoy the process. And I hope you guys enjoy this process too. This is week 2 of making the Majykbox album. I got one song done. I want to record 25. I want to get it out before July 1st, and I also want to kind of plan the promotions that I need to do for it in the process as well. So I'll be talking about that, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you guys so much for supporting. Any encouraging words will help always, and like I said, remake requests will be ignored on here. I don't know why people talk about that on my personal stuff. That's about this guy and not everybody else. So thank you guys again. I'm out. Peace.